Hi, welcome to the Atomic Habits Weight Loss Group Book Club. Yay! You are in the right place and we are live today. Today is July 28th, 2024. Unless, in case you're watching this on replay, but at this second I am live. And today, excuse me, today is my 58th birthday. And this chapter, my mom would tell you, oh my gosh, Gina, this chapter is for you. Raise your hand if if anyone out there procrastinates. Do any of you guys procrastinate? Oh my gosh, I've spent 58 years procrastinating. I'm terrible with procrastinating. Absolutely terrible. And this chapter, oh my gosh, it is a life-changing chapter. And I am putting it in my heart right now that this is going to be my year that I stop procrastinating the important things in my life that are going to make a difference for my health. And today's chapter, oh my gosh, was just chock full of great stuff. That's crazy, crazy easy. Today's chapter, number 1, is only 8 pages long. If you have not had the opportunity yet to read chapter 13, How to Stop Procrastinating by Using the 2-Minute Rule, what I'm going to ask you to do when the video is over, please read 1 page. 1 page. That's what I'm going to ask all of you to do each week. Each week, I show up at 1 o'clock Arizona time, which right now is 1 o'clock on Pacific Coast time because we don't do daylight savings. So it's always a little weird, but we're the same as the West Coast right now. It's 3 o'clock in Central Time, 4 o'clock Pacific, and 9 o'clock for my friends in the UK. And hopefully I've got some UK peeps in the house. And if so, let us know, or any place. I noticed when looking at my analytics for my videos, I've had some people from Australia watch our videos too, which is so fun. So anywhere you are in the world, let us know. And thanks for joining us. There's no place I'd rather be on my birthday than hanging out with you, making a difference in my life and hopefully in your life too. And this chapter, wow, so powerful and so easy. They suggest you can stop procrastinating any of your good habits that you want to have. You can stop procrastinating by using the simple 2-minute rule. And that 2-minute rule is to do something for just 2 minutes, just 2 minutes. If you don't normally exercise, tell yourself, I'm going to exercise every day for at least 2 minutes, 2 minutes. And it talks about gateway habits and how gateway habits can make all the difference. And the gateway habit is crazy easy. One example they gave is, say you have a dream to one day run a marathon. That wouldn't be me. I actually have done though I did a few years ago, I did the rock and roll marathon in Phoenix, and it was a half marathon, and which is 13 miles. Now, I didn't run it. I'm not a runner, but I did speed walking with it. And what was interesting was when you sign up to do a marathon, you don't, if you've never done one before, you don't on the first day go, okay, I signed up for a 13-mile half marathon. I'm going to go ahead and just run for 13 miles or walk fast for 13 miles. No, you build slowly to get to there. Well, James Clear, he says if you wanted to run a marathon and that's your main goal, or a half marathon, and that was one of your main goals, well, that's a hard goal, running that. What would be easier than that? Oh, doing a 5K, walking or running a 5K. That would be easier than that, but still hard. What else would be would be a little bit easier than that. How about walking 10,000 steps in a day? That's a little bit hard, but not as hard as a 5K or a half marathon or a marathon. But what's easier than doing 10,000 steps? Well, how about walking for 2 minutes? That would be easier, walking outside for 2 minutes. But he even goes back farther than that. And the first step for walking for a couple of minutes, or for 10,000 steps, or for a 5K, or for a half marathon, or for a marathon, is putting on your shoes and tying your laces. That could be your gateway habit. That every day you get out of bed and you put on your shoes and tie those laces. That could be your gateway habit. And once you got your shoes on and they're all tied, go out the door and promise yourself you're going to walk for at least 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Well, when you're done with that 2 minutes, you might feel like going farther. But if you don't, it's okay. You can stop at that 2 minutes, turn around and go back home. Or if you're feeling good, you can go a little farther. He also had mentioned, I believe in last week's chapter, one of the chapters, that say you want to do push-ups. And if you said, oh, I want to do 100 push-ups every day. Well, after the first week, you may be like, you're hating it and you're going to dread it. But if you say, I want to do 1 push-up every day, and you go to do 1 push-up, hey, you can make yourself do 1 push-up. Now for me, I don't know, I'm pretty weak. I would be doing a wall push-up. So for me, I would say wall push-ups. But I could do 1 wall push-up in a day, very, very easy. And that could be a gateway habit for me, is saying I'm going to do 1 push-up every day. And so I go to do that 1 push-up, and if I feel in motion that, hey, I want to do some more, I can do some more. But if I stop and only feel like 1 push-up that day, that's okay. And by taking away that you have to do more than that, and you still do the smallest piece, and you do that every day, you're going to do so incredibly much more. And that is the 2-minute rule. Hey!
Hey.
What are you going to do with that hanger, dear?
Put my new clothes on it. I got these new, I used to call them mowing clothes, but we don't have a lawn anymore for mowing. But
yeah, we're in Arizona.
Yeah.
And a lot of Arizonans, we use rock for yard and hardscaping.
But
for
you can
patios.
still get weeds.
Yeah.
And I fought the lawn, and the lawn won. So I decided for my gateway habit, I'm going to get the clothes that I need. I'm going to put them on this hanger.
Okay.
And this way I won't get sunburned. And I won't have to worry about being in the shade for part of the day. I got my shade hat. I got my sunglasses. This covers my neck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I got a t-shirt thing that's a hoodie.
Wow. And he's never tried that before. It's a new shirt.
And I got these mowing pants. Okay, they're just like pajama lounge pants.
Okay.
But I got them all. I got them delivered. I got the hanger. So what I'm going to do, my 2 minutes will be the night before, get this on a hanger.
Okay.
Just be able to take my hanger, get my stuff on. And then if I only pull weeds a little bit at a time, I mean, that's okay. Maybe I'll start with the 2 minutes,
You know what? It'd be amazing how many weeds you can, after a week's time, if you even just pulled weeds for 2 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm going to win this time.
Yeah. All right. I like the gear.
I got my water bottle.
Yep, need that too.
Got my shade built in. Got my gloves on for pulling those dang weeds. Okay.
There you go.
I'll wear shoes, but right now I don't have my shoes on.
Wow, that's great, Jeff. And that's a good idea. Jeff and I have been swimming every morning first thing, because I've made my new gateway thing is when I roll out of bed, I walk past my swimsuit, which is hanging on my bathroom door. I walk past it, I go to the bathroom, I weigh myself, and then I put on my swimsuit. And I'm wearing my swimsuit while I'm brushing my teeth. I'm wearing my swimsuit while I'm getting my water. And then I walk by the back door, put on my sunscreen, and that's where I've left my visor and my sunglasses, and I'm ready to go. And last week we went swimming 7 days in a row.
Yep.
Which is a record for me and for you too. And so we're able to get that exercise in. And the gateway is making it easy. And when we go swimming, if I can swim for at least 2 minutes, but usually I'm swimming for an hour, and I love swimming. So it's not too hard to talk myself into swimming. It's much harder to talk yourself into doing the weeds.
But I'm going to try doing,
yeah.
I have everything ready beforehand, the day before, the night before, all on the hanger. So all I got to do is just put it on. I don't have to think. I don't have to find it. I'll be there. And then I'll spend 2 minutes outside. And then if I want to go further, I will.
There you go. Now,
all right. I think I'm gonna go pull some weeds.
You go pull some weeds. Yeah. Jeff got me a present for my birthday. He got me a toy that I'll be showing you guys later, but it's a rebounder, a little mini trampoline. Yeah, a mini trampoline. And I'm hoping to do the 2 minute rule, where each day I could get on it and bounce for at least 2 minutes, do at least 2 minutes of bouncing. And I got it to help with my lipedema. I have lipedema in my legs and arms. And I found out that these rebounders are supposed to be really good for that, because it helps drain your lymphatic system. So I'm adding that to my stuff on top of swimming, which is also good for that.
Now I'm going to take off, but I want to tell you,
yes.
If I have to look at my habit that I want to build as I have to pull every weed in the yard, I'm just not going to do it.
And he hasn't pulled weeds for over 2 weeks. And there's a lot of weeds. Well, sorry. So this really is a new habit he's trying today.
But if I know I could do it for 2 minutes and I could quit and I would still feel the success, and then I could do that habit for a while, then I could feel good about it. And by the way, I can't eat while I'm pulling weeds.
Nope. Or while you're swimming.
And it uses energy to pull weeds. Mm-hmm. So it has a double whammy right there for goodness,
Oh yeah, because that could be part of your exercise program.
Right.
Going out there for a couple of minutes every day pulling weeds.
I'm going to go give it a try.
All right. Well, let me give you a kiss.
Okay.
Because it's hot out there.
Yep.
All right. But a couple of minutes.
Yep.
Can be done. Wow. Thanks, Jeff.
Sure.
I never know what he's going to come up with. And it's really exciting. He chose weeds because and there's, we thought when we took out the grass that was like, oh, we'll have a maintenance-free yard. No, the weeds in Arizona are horrible. And the nut grass, oh my gosh. So, it's still not as bad as having to mow the lawn, but it is not 100% maintenance-free having rocks in your yard. Okay. Hey, I got some people that are writing in the chats. I also want you to put in the chats today, and I'm gonna read and share your chats. Anything that you found exciting about reading chapter 13 that you want to try this week, or maybe that you've tried recently that's working for you, and you're like, oh my gosh, I kind of do a 2 minute rule and didn't even realize I was doing it. Let us know what that is. Or if you get a new idea, like Jeff just got a new idea this morning, let us know that too. And if you have had any wins of any kind on your healthy lifestyle journey, let us know and we will celebrate those too. Okay, and I have some comments. So I'm going to read a few comments now, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the chapter as well. Let's see, we have Logan in the house, and he's been here a few times. So thanks, Logan. So nice to see you here again. And he's wishing me a happy birthday. And Taz, the Bulldog's mom's in the house. Woo-hoo! And she's wished me a happy birthday too. And Carrie's in the house. Yay! And so is Deb Zimmerman. Yay, so nice to see you guys. And Donna's in the house. Woohoo! And they all wished me a happy birthday. Thanks so much, you guys. Yesterday, I applied the 2 minute rule. I was looking in the kitchen and there was a lot of crumbs on the ground. And I thought, I really need to vacuum. And I thought, I'll just vacuum for 2 minutes and take care of the kitchen. And I went and I got the vacuum out. And as soon as I was done vacuuming the kitchen and I was in the zone, I ended up vacuuming the living room and then the hallway and then the bedrooms. And I got a lot of vacuuming done, which I'm so glad I did, because then I got a phone call a couple hours later and had already had the whole house nice and vacuumed. And my daughter and son-in-law said, "Hey, can we come over and bring the baby and see you for your birthday and see you a day early?" And I was like, yeah, I'll make dinner. And so, and then I contacted my son, Jacob, and his girlfriend was out of town this weekend doing a girls trip with some of her friends. So he was available, and my whole family had this wonderful birthday celebration for me at the house. And it was so nice. I didn't have to do much to clean up because I had started earlier that day just doing the 2-minute rule. And I thought, well, maybe I'll try the 2-minute rule and just do 2 minutes of vacuuming. And before I knew it, the whole house was vacuumed. So anyway, and I had a wonderful birthday night with my new grandbaby and my kids, and it was so fun. Hey, we got Carol in the house. Woo-hoo! Carol's here too, and she's also wishing me a happy birthday and says, "I hope your birthday is as beautiful as you are." Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much, Carol. I appreciate that. All right, does anyone have any wins this week? Type in your wins. And does anyone have any ideas of what you would like to do as a 2-minute rule? Any ideas? Well, while you guys are thinking, I'm going to share some of them that were in the book that I highlighted here. One lady, it starts off with a story of a lady who is a very fancy dancer, and she's won a lot of awards dancing. And she says she begins her day with a ritual, and her ritual is to get her workout clothes on. And then she goes outside of her Manhattan apartment and she waves to a taxi car driver, and she hops in the taxi and she tells the taxi to take her to the gym. That is her gateway ritual. And she said once she gets to the gym, she's there, and she can work out as long as she would like to. But the big thing is getting to the gym. So that way she doesn't have to pre-think about it. It's a real habit. She throws on those exercise clothes. Once she gets out there, gets in the taxi and says, "Take me to the gym." Boom, she's in. And she says she usually exercises for at least 2 hours in the gym. But the hardest part is being sure that she gets her clothes on, that she doesn't think about it. She gets her clothes on straight outside to that taxi, and she is in. She is in motion. And she's now a world famous, very, very good dancer, which is pretty cool. Hey, Carrie has something to say. Carrie says, "I've been reading a lot about circadian rhythm. I want to start getting up early and watching the sunrise." Oh, yeah. The hardest part is choosing to get up and put on my shoes to go outside. Oh my gosh, Carrie. Um, James Clear talks about that as one of the goals that you could have about getting up early, and he shares how to do it. Let's see. It is not this one. I know he shared that on page 166. For those of you who listen to it on Audible, you don't get the, you have to go on the website to get this part, but becoming an early riser. Here we go. On page 166, this is what the chart looks like. And you can find that chart on atomichabits.com. Examples of habit shaping, becoming an early riser. Phase 1, be home by 10 p.m. every night, and make that a rule for you. Phase 2, have all devices, TV, phone, etc., turned off by 10 p.m. every night. Phase 3, once you're able to do that, be in bed by 10 p.m. every night reading a book or talking with your partner. Phase 4, lights off by 10 p.m. every night. Phase 5, wake up at 6 a.m. every day after a lovely 8 hours of sleep. And that's, he talks about sometimes your habit shaping, you start small and then you build on it. He also has like how to become a vegan. If anyone here would like to become a vegan and is not vegan, phase 1, start eating vegetables at each meal. Wow, Jeff.
That was 2 minutes.
Look at all those weeds he got.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And you know what?
What?
This new shirt, it's by a company called 32 Cool.
Okay.
It's kind of like a mesh.
Yeah.
And it breathes really well. And
and it's white too.
Anyway, I don't remember. Good. Some of these, they're the kind of mesh stuff, so it kind of blows in the wind, kind of cools me off with the breeze.
Wow. So anyway, you guys, it's like 110
I'm going to go out and pull
now.
some more weeds.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, even more than that? And your 2 minutes are up.
Yep.
Wow.
See ya.
All right. Thanks, Jeff. I never know when he's going to come through that door and what he's going to do. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Where was I? So becoming vegan. Start eating. So first phase, just start eating vegetables at each meal. In addition to whatever it is you're eating. Phase 2, stop eating animals with 4 legs. So stop eating cows, pigs, lamb, etc. Phase 3, after you're good with that for a while, go to phase 3. Stop eating animals with 2 legs, chicken and turkeys. Phase 4, stop eating animals with no legs, fish, clams, scallops, etc. Phase 5, stop eating all animal products, eggs, milk, and cheese. And then you're vegan. And that's really tough. I don't know. I think I could do vegetarian. I couldn't do vegan. I'm such a fan of eggs, milk, and cheese. But I could easily stop with the meat, but boy, I couldn't. It'd be really tough for me. But if for anyone who really would want to do that, you could do it in phases like that. Here's one, starting to exercise. If you're someone who does not exercise, phase 1, change into workout clothes, just like Jeff changing into his mowing clothes. Phase 2, step out the door, try taking a walk. Phase 3, drive to the gym, exercise for 5 minutes and leave. Because then all you have to do is talk yourself into exercising for 5 minutes. Phase 4, exercise for 15 minutes, at least once per week. And then phase 5, exercise 3 or more times per week. And you are set as an exerciser. He actually talks in here on one of these pages before this about someone who needed to lose 100 pounds and wasn't an exerciser. And that person made it their goal to put on workout clothes and to go to the gym and work out for 5 minutes. And he went and he truly just worked out for 5 minutes and went back home. And he did that, I think, for a few weeks. And then he was finally good to go. And then he started working out longer, but he never made himself do more than 5 minutes. His goal was to do at least 5 minutes. But once he was in the zone, he was doing a lot more than 5 minutes on most days. And he ended up losing 100 pounds. So these small starts can really be amazing and make a big difference, because this is what gets you started. And then before you know it, poof. Now, Carrie added something else. She said it's supposed to hit, oh my gosh, 115 heat index in Missouri this week. Oh my gosh, Kari. And that's really hot for you guys because you have all that humidity too. Or at least it's not super dry right now because we do have, it's monsoon season in the desert. So we've got a little bit of humidity, but not a lot. We're still fairly dry. We think it's really humid when it's like 25% humidity, because a lot of times in the summer we're single digit. We'll be like 8 or 9% humidity, but 115 degrees outside. Wow. Okay. Does anyone else have a win to share this week, or anything else that you've caught from the chapter? It also talks about writing, and I that was let's see, is this the part about writing? No, one of these here. It talks about how to be a writer. Here we go. It talks about doing on page 163. There's another chart right here, and it talks about where I talked about about running a marathon. It also talks about being a writer. Very easy is to write one sentence. So maybe each day you say, you know what, I'm going to write one sentence. You could do that. You could write one sentence. And then from very easy to easy, write one paragraph. And then a little bit harder, write 1,000 words. Very hard, write a 5,000 word article. And very, very hard, write a book. But I wrote a book, Anchor Moments, Hope, Healing, and Forgiveness. And what I did first, because I didn't really think of myself as a writer, but I had a story that really needed to be told. And I started first by creating a blog. And I would write just little articles in my blog. And then before I knew it, I had this wonderful story that was told. And I did it. It was a 10-piece, I called it the leap of faith, 10 different things. And when I was done and I had those 10 pieces together, I realized if I put it all together and use some of those blog pieces, it could help me put it together into a book. But I started first with just little blog pieces. And then I took all the blog pieces that were part of the book, I took down from the blog and ended up creating Anchor Moments, Hope, Healing, and Forgiveness. And I'll tell you, it was really exciting to be able to get a book, to get an entire book done and printed and go, oh my gosh, I'm now an author. And it just started by doing some little articles. And I will also share that I am an extrovert and not an introvert. I know that's hard to believe, but I'm an extrovert, and I'm an extreme extrovert. And I like to be around people and doing things. So it was really hard quieting myself and writing where I was all alone all the time. And I would sometimes, to motivate myself to write, because there's more than just the 10 I expanded on it more. But the 10 blog posts was my starting point in here. I would set a timer, because I had heard that if you set a timer, and I would set a timer for 15 minutes, and I would make myself sit quietly in my anchor room and try to write for 15 minutes. And sometimes I'd get on a roll, so I could go past the 15 minutes, but I never made myself do more than 15 minutes. But I like the 2-minute rule idea, because I haven't written in quite a while. And I do have a blog still on my anchormoments.com website. And every now and again, something will really touch my heart, and I'll write it down and make an article and I'll post on there. But I really could do a lot more. And I think I would do a lot more if I made myself write for just 2 minutes. And if things really start to flow, go a little longer. But if not, walk out after that 2 minutes. And another thing I did, as someone who's an extrovert, it helped me to take my laptop out of the house. So sometimes I would write in my backyard, and sometimes I would go to like a little coffee shop or something, so I could feel like I'm around other people, and still just making myself only do 15 minutes, but I did 15 minutes outside of the house. And before you knew it, I had my book written. So anyway, I'm hoping also with on my weight loss journey, putting my swimsuit on right away. And before you know it, it's going to, hopefully before you know it, the summer seems so long in Arizona. But when it starts cooling off, then I'll switch it back to walking, where Jeff and I used to love to go walking when the weather's cooler. And instead of my swimsuit, I'll have my tennis shoes out and my workout clothes next to my bed. So that way, when I wake up in the morning, I don't even have to think about what am I going to wear. It's right there. And I will just flow my body right into it. So that way I'm in motion, and that'll be my gateway to exercise. Hey, we got some more people with comments. Let's see what you have here. Carol says, my A1C went from a 6.4 3 months ago to 5.4 this week. My doctor was so excited and said I'm no longer pre-diabetic. My goal this week is to start going to the gym on my days off from work. Yay, Carol! That's huge. That is huge to not be pre-diabetic anymore, because 5.4, anything under 5.7, I think it's 5.7 and less is normal blood sugar. So that is crazy fabulous. And 5.8 and higher, 5.8 to 6.4 is pre-diabetic. So she was at the very edge of being from pre-diabetic to diabetic, because diabetic is 6.5 and higher with her A1C. So she was knocking on the door of diabetes, but instead she turned it around and reversed it. That is so exciting, Carol. I am very proud of you. That is awesome. And your goal this week to start going to the gym on your days off from work. So you need to think of your gateway. What is going to be your gateway habit to get ready to go to the gym? Maybe your gateway habit is to have your gym clothes right next to your bed. And so that way you, on your days off, you just slide right into them and off you go. Before you have a chance to talk yourself out of it, you are in motion to get things done. So very, very good, Carol. That's awesome. Hey, and Mindy's in the house. Woohoo! And Wendy says, just joined. Happiest birthday, Gina. Oh, thank you, Mindy. I appreciate that. And Carrie says, amazing, Carol. And she's giving her some emojis of congratulations. That is so awesome. Anybody else have any wins this week to share? So I love sharing each other's wins, because that's what a true club is for. This is the Atomic Habit Weight Loss Book Club. And I'm just so excited to have you all here on this journey together for good health. And we can do it when we put in place great habits. Let me see if there was anything else in the chapter to go over. They also have another figure on page 161. Wait, is it still part of this chapter? Yes, on page 161, between making a good choice and a bad choice to have a good or bad day. And it says the difference between a good day and a bad day is often a few productive and healthy choices made at decisive moments. Each one is like a fork in the road, and these choices stack up throughout the day and can ultimately lead to very different outcomes. And see, and each of these are like little forks where you're making the decision. Do I put on my shoes to go outside and go walking first thing? Or do I not? Or do I just turn on the TV? Or look at Facebook or whatever? What's my choice here? And you have lots of opportunities during the day to make either a good choice or a bad choice. But anyway, those decisive moments, that's why the gateway activities are so important. For me, one of my gateway activities every day, first thing in the morning, I am filling my water bottle. If I have my water bottle filled, then I just have to have it next to me, and I'm going to get my water in. But if I don't have a water bottle next to me, I have to think about, oh, I haven't drank anything for a while, or oh my gosh, I'm so thirsty, and then go get some water. But if I have water next to me, I'm going to be drinking my water. So it's so important just to have it filled and next to me. And before you know it, I have filled this 3 or 4 times during the day. Oh, and Carrie has something else too. Carrie says, I love walking and walk almost every day. The gateway habit is putting on those walking shoes. Once they're on, I know my walk will come soon. Exactly. Hey, and someone wrote on one of my other chapters, someone was getting caught up and was because there is a playlist, an Atomic Habits Book Club playlist, and so someone was behind and she was getting all caught up, and what she did is she created a music playlist, and so she turns on that music playlist while she's putting on her shoes and her exercise clothes, and that like so motivates her and gets her excited about working out. And so playing that music is her gateway. And you know what? She inspired me. So I told Jeff, I'm like, hey, you've got that one speaker, and we bought a speaker boom box for having parties outside, because we have a lot of lava rock, um, gravelly kind of stuff, but we also put in some cobblestones. So we have some patio areas so we can have friends over for parties. And Jeff had bought like a fancy kind of boom box on wheels with a handle. And I told him, you know what, Jeff, take it to the pool. Let's take it to the pool. So most of the time when we go swimming, I don't know what it is, but in my subdivision of houses, not that many people swim, which is really surprising. So when Jeff and I are swimming in the morning, most of the time it's the two of us. Every now and again, there might be 2 or 3 other people that'll come and swim. But I said, let's bring it and play some music. And if anyone comes in, we can tell them we'll be willing to play whatever kind of music they like. Just tell us what it is, and we'll play something different if they'd like to listen to something different. And the last 2 days when we played music while I was swimming, oh my gosh, I burned so many extra calories. I actually, in the community post, if you go to my full page of my Anchor Moments YouTube channel, there's a little part where you can click community. And every now and again, I'll post something. And I posted what it said on my Fitbit watch app on my phone. And it's swimming. I did over 100 activity minutes in an hour. I was able to burn extra calories because I was working out harder because of the fun music. Oh, Mindy, thank you so much for the birthday present today. She gave me a $2.99 gift. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And it's got a cute little emoji there too with, I think he's a pear man. He is a pear man, and he's working out. He's got the sweatband on and stuff. That is so cool. Thanks, Mindy. I appreciate that so much. I'm gonna give you some hearts. Whee! So anyway, working out to music made such a difference even when swimming. And only one time, because we've only done it 2 days in a row now, but on the first day we did it, nobody was there. So it was just Jeff and I I used to substitute teach water aerobics at the Chandler YMCA. And there's so many different moves you can do, like rocking horse, back and forth. And if you put your hands in a claw motion and you go back and forth like this, and you can kick your legs up really high while you're doing it. And we do like the cheerleaders, and I was doing all these special things like this, and really, really moving and kicking around in the water to the music. And then the next song would come on, and I do laps for that song, and I try to do my laps as fast as I could back and forth. And then the next song would come on, and then I would do like cowboy kickers, where you push down and you kind of go yeehaw and do like this with your legs. And it's so much easier to do in the water because you're not all sweaty, but yet you can push it really hard. And I burned almost double the calories than what I was doing before when I was just doing laps. And it really helped to have the music. And I didn't even think about bringing music to the pool until somebody wrote in the comments that she was doing as a gateway kind of thing. She was playing music while she was getting her workout clothes on, and that would make her really excited to start working out. And thanks you so much, Minnie. Blow you a kiss too. I appreciate that birthday surprise. That is awesome. And let's see. Does anybody else have any other wins to share? or ideas that you want to take your 2 minute rule. Okay, I got a dirty little secret. This office is a mess. You can't see it because um, the way that I have the camera framed, it's everything that's clean. But I got a bunch of stuff on the floor by the closet there. And I've got another little desk over here that has a bunch of stuff on top of it. And the clutter has just slowly started to build. Well, I want to clean this office. And so what I'm going to do is the 2 minute rule. And I'm going to try each day for 2 minutes to clean up something. Like I have some letters here. My sweet, sweet cousin, Becky Pierce, wrote me 2 letters while I was sick with my hysterectomy, and I want to write her a thank you card. So I have this on the pile of things to do, and I am going to write her a thank you card because she really lifted my spirits. But I have a lot of things like that that are just kind of piling up. And so to look at it as a whole piece to clean, I think, oh my gosh, it's going to take me forever. And where am I going to put everything? But if I can do the 2 minute rule and do a little bit and promise myself I can stop after 2 minutes, but if I'm on a roll, I could go a little longer. And before you know it, hopefully in a week or two, my room will be beautiful again. And I used to always love writing in my room, but if it gets too cluttered, then it's not as exciting to write when you don't have an empty space to put your elbows down and really get in there. So I need to work on that too. We started in the bedroom. We have some bookcases on the wall and little knickknacks, and everything got kind of dusty. And so the last couple of days we've been cleaning our bedroom and attacking some of those shelves and books that we are never going to read and don't know why we put up there. We're going to donate to charity. Ones that we've already read, but we know we're not going to read a second time, we're going to donate to charity. And then the ones, and I have some that I've read, like Atomic Habits. I am going to read this is my second time reading it, and I will read it even more because it's so good, and it's so good to review, because you're always in a different spot, and you can always be a little bit better. Like he talks in the beginning, even just being 1% better. And so even rereading, you're going to think of something else that you haven't done and something new that you could do to be the best version of yourself. And that's what I am working on with you all. Well, I don't have any more comments, just a blowing kiss from Mindy. So thank you so much, Mindy, for the birthday surprise. And I just want to thank all of you for being a part of this Anchor Moments YouTube community. You really touch my heart. And I look forward to going live again tomorrow. Tomorrow's when I take my shot. And this week I'm titrating up to 7.5 milligrams. And so I'll be giving my shot tomorrow and sharing any changes that I've had with my I've been taking hormone replacement therapy too. So far, I've had it on for an estradiol patch for a week and a half. I put my 3rd patch on Friday, and I'll be putting my 4th patch on Mondays, because Fridays are more Mondays. And I'm going to be adding some testosterone, hopefully today, a teeny bit of testosterone to it. And I'll be sharing how that's gone too. And I'll be doing that in my live tomorrow. Hey, Taz the Bulldog's mom says, have a blessed day. Yes, you too, Taz's mom. And thank you everyone for coming. And I look forward to chatting more with you all tomorrow. And if you didn't read this chapter yet, read 1 page each week. Read at least 1 page, and see how that goes. And if you feel like reading more, read more. And if you don't, that's okay, because you only have to reach 1 page. Have a great week. Bye-bye.